Joseph, frozen Christmas cookies at the bottom of the freezer. We must know. Are they delicious or terrible? I need the information immediately. Immediately, I need it. I have discovered things like that, and I think it's my own inability to freeze something well, but they always end up like freezer burned and soggy and gross. So yeah. What? Nancy, are they yours? Right? Exactly. Oh, thank you, Cherry. So fun fact, my friend Liz Avakian, who is one of my favorite people on the planet, and she's a graphic designer, she originally designed the Tort logo for me many years ago. Like, what would it be now? 12 years. We worked at the Alzheimer's Association together, and she was our graphic designer at the Alzheimer's Association. And at that point in time, I was writing my first mystery series, the Meg Reed series, and my agent had just sold Bake Shop, and I couldn't use my face for that because at that point in time, I had dueling author identities going on in the world. And so I thought, well, I want to have a visual of Tort. So Liz designed the Tort logo, and she just sent me these earrings. So they're so beautiful. How is everyone? I'm so excited to be back together with our Tuesday night crew. I've missed you all. Mwah, mwah. Same for the tech guy. What's on tap? Beth Cole, I have an IPA from Half Moon Bay. Oh no, now I'm not gonna, I gotta turn it this way. Oh, hold on. No, the other way. Shoot, it's hard to tell because of the etching, but it has Grogu on it.
There you go.
And
there you go.
Oh, there we go. And Mando. It has the Mandalorian and Grogu, and that's going to come into play tonight. But, Tech Guy, you want to hop on for a second?
Sure. Hello.
We went for a hike in San Francisco, like a beautiful beach hike 2 weekends ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay, so Saturday morning we get up early. We go for this beautiful hike. You're supposed to be able to see the Golden Gate Bridge as you come around one corner, and it kept like getting lost in the fog and the mist. But we finished the hike, and it was like, I don't know, midday, and we were driving home, and there's a sign to Half Moon Bay. And I'm like, oh, I've always wanted to go to Half Moon Bay. And the tech guy says, what? What did you say?
Let's do it.
Yeah, and I was like, we can't
we're
do that.
driving right past the exit. She's like,
no, what are you talking about?
No, yeah. And I took the exit, so.
You took the exit. Awesome. We went to Half Moon Bay. We did another like beach walk there, and then we went to Half Moon Bay Brewing. So it was all meant to be. I love it. Joseph, your mom, Nancy, put wax paper between the layers. Yeah. So I might have missed it. It sounds like maybe they turned out. Beth, you and Paula were just at Malice. So exciting. Yes, we are in different rooms. Ha, ha, ha. Sue, Half Moon Bay was gorgeous. We'd tried to go, I don't know, maybe like a decade ago with my brother and sister-in-law, but the surfing competition.
That was hilarious.
What's it called? Mavericks?
Yeah, Mavericks.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's massive.
Was in town that
Half
weekend.
Moon Bay is
it's
tiny,
massive. We didn't know it. Yeah. And we couldn't go anywhere. So
yeah.
I do have pictures, Cherry. I will have to share them. Yes. I know, Michelle. Those unplanned trips are the best. And I was like, I don't know why. I think I'm more spontaneous between the two of us. But you were all on it, Tech Guy.
Not that day. Yeah.
I know. You were like, let's do it. We can do this. We don't have a kid at home. We don't have to get back to anything.
Malice was amazing.
Yay. It's so fun. For anyone who doesn't know, Malice is a big cozy mystery convention that happens every year at the end of April in Bethesda, Maryland. So like imagine every mystery writer, their agents and editors, and it's just a giant mystery fest. I think Beach Bum Bookworm was there too. And I know Paula was there. So yeah, it's all good. Let's see. First of all, I want to hear how you're doing, what's new, what are you reading, all the things. We have a bunch to get to tonight. Next week is going to be the big announcement that I was pumping up, but there are more players involved in the big announcement than just me. So next week, stay tuned for that. But I do have other fun things to share with you tonight. We're going to talk about May the 4th and specifically the tech guy's plans. Plus, I have a little mini quiz for him that relates back to mysteries. So it's kind of a theme. He doesn't know about this either. And I have not one, but two cover reveals to share with you. So I want to know which we should do first. And then for anyone who didn't see it, I have been I started a Rebel Book Alliance. This all goes in the same theme of Star Wars, where we are reading and trying to amplify banned books. And so this month, thanks to Jen, one of the readers in the group, she suggested that I pick three different genres, so that readers could have an opportunity depending on kind of your mood, or maybe if you're gonna, when I say amplify, the goal is just to really like spread the word on books that are being banned. So that could mean checking it out from your local library, thanking your local library for stocking the title. It could mean maybe buying a copy, especially for like a young reader, and passing it on to a young reader in your life, or a reader you have at home, or putting it in a little free library, or sharing it with a classroom, any of those things. So I have, I do sleep a lot, actually. I love my sleep. I'm very protective of my sleep. Ask the tech guy. Like, I get
Actually, she
cranky
sleeps
if
a
I don't have
lot
my sleep.
during the movies and TV shows that we try to watch,
Totally. So true.
which is why it
That's very
takes us
true.
about, on average, 3 nights to get through a movie. Three.
That's fair. I mean, I'm worthless after about 8:30. Let's be real. But
Yeah.
Okay. So the first book that I picked for this month's book club is "Separate is Never Equal" by Duncan Tonatuhi, I think is how you pronounce it. It is the true story of Sylvia Mendez and her family. It's so interesting. It's just a beautifully illustrated children's book. But I was not aware of this court ruling that happened here in California in 1947 that ended segregation. So her family was Mexican. And so prior to 1947 in California, Mexican American school students went to separate schools. And this was actually one of the pieces of legislation that really paved the way for Brown versus Board of Education and changed segregation in general. It's just a beautiful book. If you have a young reader, it's a great little piece of history that, like I said, I think is sort of underrated, at least for me, maybe because I didn't grow up in California. I didn't know that history, but I think it's super important. The second book that is on the top of banned lists right now is one of my all-time childhood favorites, which is A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle. If you haven't read this one, oh my gosh, you are
Wait, hold
in
on.
for...
That's a banned book?
What?
That's a banned book? What?
It's
Why?
one of the number one books in banned right now, especially in Florida. Yeah, I know.
Freaking Empire.
We're the Rebel Book Alliance, though.
Yeah. All right.
It is the sweetest. It's young adult. I read it in elementary school, though, so I think if you have a reader in your life who is younger, it's completely appropriate. Or if you wanted to read it aloud, right, Beth? I mean, hello, Meg and Charles Wallace. It's sci-fi. It's time travel through multiple dimensions. These two young, brave children who are on a quest to find their father. It's just, this is one of the, right, Diane? This is one of the most formative books of my early childhood years. So it just breaks my heart that it's being banned and literally pulled off of library bookshelves and classroom bookshelves as we speak. Michelle, this is on hold for the library. Yay. Okay. Yeah. Laura, it's my favorite book from childhood too. I know. Beth, we read it in 4th grade too. I distinctly remember my 4th grade teacher reading it aloud, and like I couldn't sleep at night because I was so excited to get to class the next day. Also, of that same line, my other favorite that we read in 4th grade is Mrs. Pigglewiggle. Does anyone remember those stories? Oh, chef's kiss. Why is it being banned, Diane Christensen? I mean, I think it's multiple reasons. Like one of the things that was cited on the banned list is that it's really about teaching kids empowerment and to think for themselves, but also, you know, there's a focus on science, and there's a whole group that sees it as being anti-religious. So gosh, yeah, I know. If you haven't read it,
you know, all that
it's a
science
magical
stuff,
delight.
all that science stuff is fake. So, you know,
Right. I mean, I know it's so funny. I know. I mean, gosh, I know it's so sad. Okay. And then, Marty, I love that you introduced it to your kids too. It's so wrong, Miri. Hi, Miri. It's so, oh, Miri, can we talk about the fact that Miri is my dear friend who is an amazing gluten-free expert, and she created the most incredible recipe that is completely gluten-free for Catch Me If You Candy. So stay tuned for that. You're going to come on a live closer in, but okay. And then sadly, last but not least, 25, Jody. Oh no, someone just corrected me on this on Instagram. I have been saying her name wrong forever because I think of her as Jody Picoult. That's how I say it in my head, but I think it's like Picou. Is that right? All of her novels are being banned. So Mad Honey has been on my list. The tech guy got me this for Christmas. So it is what I'm going to read this month. Finally, it's been sitting in my stack for a while, but you could really pick any of her books if you want to be part of this and help spread the word on book bannings that are happening. Yeah. I know. Right. George, what happens if they don't pull the book seriously? Like firings, book jail? I don't know, but that's why we're all book rebels together. Let's do this. She is being banned for so many reasons. You know, one of her multiple books in her series, or not, she writes some series, but then she writes some standalones. They cover the Holocaust. She has characters who are gay. I mean, you know, like the list just goes on and on and on and on. It's just so sad. So anyone, right? I've been saying it wrong forever too. You know, when you have something in your head and then you're like, oh shoot, I feel terrible. But I butcher every name. So that's just part of my personality. Ironically, I was a speech therapist in a former life. So you would think that I would get that part right, but no, yeah. Lillian, Jodi P's your daughter's favorite author. Okay, well, get your daughter in some more Jodi books right away because I think she's an incredible author. Everything I read, she's an auto-buy author for me, honestly. She writes some romance too, so you know, romance is really a hot topic at the moment for books that are being banned. What was I going to say? Oh, I find her writing so captivating. She does characters well. She just really is so great at building an atmosphere and pulling you into that world. And yeah, sorry, I missed that last comment. Florida, it's happening all over, Annette. Florida, I pulled this list from the top books that are being banned in Florida. A Wrinkle in Time is number one on that list. I will share the list this week if you want to see it on social. But Michigan, I mean, you know, like all over the United States, it's happening. So it's really disappointing.
I think she's asking
Sarah,
if it's just here in the States versus like,
oh,
you know, yeah.
If it's happening on a more global level,
it's the state governments in the United States that are doing
it's individual
this.
state governments for sure that this is happening with. I can't speak on a more international level. I've been using PEN America. Their site has some really great resources too. So yeah. Sarah, if books are being banned, if books are, yeah, I know.
Bring it on. That's all I have to say.
I know.
Bring it on.
I will say that, you know, with Lance, I have received over the years my fair share of really horrible hate mail. And it's not a lot, but it happens. I would say like at least once a month. And the irony is a lot of times readers will say things like, I can't believe that your publishing company is forcing you to write a gay character like Lance. I loved him. up until the time that, he and Arlo got together, and now I'll never read your books again, which is fine. But it's not fine with me. Let me be clear. That's not, but I don't care if you don't read my books again. You're probably not a good match for my writing. But the irony is Lance is based on two of my dear friends. He's a mashup of two of my dear friends. The publishing company has nothing to do with that. Lance is one of my favorite characters to write. So, potentially, I would say yes. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in time the Bake Shop gets pulled off the shelves because of that. And then, Annette, you haven't heard of any banning in Canada. Go Canada. Whew, good. Rebecca, happy morning coffee from Australia. We're having beer and, Sabina and you live in Montreal. So thank you, Canada, for not following our American way. Anyway. It's a lot. I was actually not intending to have tonight necessarily be a really downer, but it is a downer that books are being banned. If you've seen some of the pictures of what's happening in classrooms across America right now, it's devastating. I mean, we're talking about libraries that are wiped clean of books on the shelves. And as an author, but more importantly, as a long time reader, I cannot sit by idly and watch it happen without trying to do whatever I can to fight back. Even if there are books on the ban list that I don't want to read, it's not my decision to choose what anyone else wants to read. So oh no, Judy Bloom's on the list too. Sorry, now I'm getting distracted by the comments. Anyone who is willing to join in, I called it the Rebel Book Alliance for the tech guy and Sky guy. But right now I'm just trying to post. If we all repost, if we share, I'm totally open to ideas. I don't know if it needs to become a monthly Zoom session or, I've been blogging about it, but trying to pull together how we form a book club is still a little elusive to me, but I'm in it. I'm all in it. Kayla, it's so sad. I have a friend who's a teacher. I tried to donate my childhood books to her classroom and she couldn't accept them because of all of the book bans. Is that right? Oh, that's going to seriously make me cry right now. Yeah. Beth Cole, the Brooklyn, New York Library will give any teen in the U.S. a digital subscription for free. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And that's why we need to protect libraries with our life. Oh, Emmy has just worked her way in. So get ready for a lap cat in just a minute. Okay. On that, not really on that note, but you can come up on the rebel note. We are, whoa, he brought sound effects and everything. We are just a couple. Here she is. She had to be part of this part of the discussion. We're just 2 days away. Sound effects. Good job.
I know. Well, we're just 2 days away. That every time you say Rebel Book Alliance, I'll make this an autoplay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that can be the soundtrack for us. I love it. Wait, stay on. We are 2 days away from May the 4th. And in the past, we've done some May the 4th events. But do you want to share where you will be on May the 4th?
Sky Guy and I will be at Disneyland all day at Galaxy's Edge. We have tickets to Disney After Dark, Star Wars night. So they close the park at 8 o'clock. And then let all the super fans that have these golden tickets back in at 9, and we get to stay in there until 1, I think, 1 or 2, something like that. But it's going to be all Star Wars all the time.
And will there be costumes involved?
There will be costumes. I can't divulge too much because I can't see who all's on. So in case Sky Guys sneak in. But I mean, you can see how messy it is in the makerspace here. I actually worked for a little over a month on making something for him this year that involved 3D printing and electronics. like I, this is one of the proudest things I've ever done in my entire life. I was so excited when I got done and I pushed the power button and everything happened that was supposed to happen. I could not have been happier. So I cannot wait.
I know. So I feel like,
What?
no, I was just going to say, I feel like you have to commit right here to our Tuesday night crew that you're going to at least pop in and share a pic or something live from the park for us that day. Because no, I'm not going. Someone asked. I think Jerry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, this is just a tech guy, sky guy thing. So,
No moms allowed.
Honestly, it just so happened to coincide with him finishing his first year of college. So I'm flying down tomorrow. We're going to do the whole Star Wars Day thing. And then on May 5th, Revenge of the 5th, we're going to we're going to pack him up and drive him back up here for the summer. So super excited.
By we, he
really
means
excited.
them. I will say that
What is she
I know
doing?
this. She is so sad without either. Not only has Sky Guy been away at college,
Yeah.
but the tech guy has like fully returned to the office now. Which before, or you want to say hello? Before it was, just like popping into the office more. So she's had a rough transition. She's really, really feeling it, huh? This has been my writing day all day today, you all, like literally all day. And my sweatshirt is covered in hair. Yeah, I can't complain for two reasons. One, I enjoy Star Wars, but I don't experience the same level of fandom that Sky Guy and Tech Guy do. So would I want to do, and also would I ever make it up until 1 a.m. in the park? Absolutely not. And then secondly, I am having my own Bookish. I'm telling you, this is he doesn't believe me. I try to send him pictures.
It looks like you're wearing a Velcro sweater and she's like just stuck to you.
It's either that or if she's on okay, go back down. Good idea.
Okay.
And now I'm going to have cat hair like everywhere. My best friend and I are both turning 50. She does, I think, Taylor, and I'm finally going to have to break down. I know, it's painful. She needs an emotional support cat, as an emotional support cat. My best friend and I are both turning 50. Oh, can you hear her in the mic? She has her mouth like all over the mic now. So we are taking a full-on Bookish adventure. We're going to Guernsey from the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society. We're going to Shakespeare's site. We're going to see a play at the Globe. We're going to see Jane Austen's house. I mean, like all the things. So that's going to be my late June extravaganza. So I can't wait. Yeah. I know. Seriously, she's so needy. She's so needy. Yeah. So I was like, why don't you guys go? Sorry, now I'm going to be picking cat hair out of my mouth. Why don't you guys go do Star Wars? I will write because I'm working on finishing a book as we speak. And then, I'll go do my Bookish big celebration. Okay, wait. Mr. Tech Guy. I know, right? Sue, I will. Yeah. I was originally going to try to document it the whole time that I'm there, but I want to be in the moment. So I'm going to take those 2 weeks off at the end of June. And she's also trying to get your quiz that I put together for you. And then I was thinking when I get back at the end of June, maybe we can do like a whole Bookish chat. Have you read the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society? Again, it's like Wrinkle in Time. It's one of my favorite books ever. And that's probably getting banned. I haven't looked on banned lists, but it covers the Holocaust. So I'm going to say yes. Okay. But I decided I would put together a little quiz for you because you're not going to get to be here. I know, for May the 4th. And a few of these things tie in nicely to my series. So the first one is, if you don't know this about the Bake Shop Mysteries, every Bake Shop mystery, and I am currently working on book 19 right now, starts with the same phrase. Every book in the series starts with the words "they say," followed by something. Apparently, in the Star Wars universe, there is a phrase that is spoken by a different character in each of the main Star Wars films, making it a recurring catchphrase throughout the series. What do you think? You all, like all of us and Tech Guy. Any guesses?
No, I know this. I was reading the comments and now I've had a complete brain fart.
Everything tastes better with cat hair. Oh my gosh, right?
What's that?
That's awesome.
Oh,
Lily,
yeah.
and we do need to get Simba and Emmy together. I got to meet
Oh,
Lily and Lily's cats the other day, and oh my gosh, they're just amazing.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yes. Oh, and Beth Cole got it just at the same time as you. Well done.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know that. I definitely didn't know that. He's dead, Jim, says George.
A bunch of different people say it throughout the
Yeah.
Skywalker saga. So, yeah.
For some
He's
reason,
dead,
I thought
Jim.
it was just.
No. So
No.
George, so I had to buy. Oh, I don't have it in here, but I had to buy some new Star Wars shirts for this trip that I'm going on, and I sent one to Luke that I really wanted to get, but he said no way because we'd get kicked out of Disneyland. But it was just a black T-shirt and in white letters. And
know
only
this
the
story.
only the true geeks on this live will get this. But it said, in quotes, "Use the Force, Harry," and then the quote was attributed to Gandalf. So I thought it was hilarious, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but he was probably right. I probably would have been booed out of the park. So,
Oh, that's awesome. Valerie, yeah, cat hair is a food group in and of itself. Okay. This sort of relates to, this is a little bit more of a stretch, but this sort of relates to the bake shop and baking. The asteroid field in The Empire Strikes Back was made up of various asteroids as a practical joke by the special effects team. What was the most common item used?
what was it? There was potato. There were potatoes in the asteroid field.
You're too good.
But there
You're
was
too
also-
good. I tried to go obscure. Darn it.
There was also, oh yeah, here I've got my. There was also a shoe. There was also a shoe in there. The special effects team wanted to play a practical joke. It's pretty common in movies, but yeah, potatoes and a shoe.
I thought we were going to get him. I really thought we were going to get him. Okay. All right. Okay.
Potatoes
This
look like
actually
asteroids. You got to remember, it was 1977. Like, the resolution was not great. So, you paint something
bar's
like
kinda low.
gray. Yeah, it just, and shoot it from a distance, it looked like an asteroid.
Okay. So there is a species, and this is again my stretch in terms of trying to pull it back in, but there's a species within the universe that remains a mystery and has
Yoda
never
and
been
Grogu.
officially named
It's Yoda and Grogu.
damn it, in any Star Wars media.
We don't know. We don't know. There's actually one other of their species that was in the prequels, not named, but actually appeared in the Jedi Temple. Little known fact.
Little known fact. Okay, but Yoda and Grogu, they have no, yeah, exactly. Let me finish. Come on, I haven't even finished reading the question. Use your buzzer. Use your buzzer.
Where's my buzzer? Where's my buzzer? Oh, whoops. Wrong button.
They remain a mystery. We don't know their species at all, huh?
All that means is George hasn't come up with a name yet. So
It's probably true. Probably true. Okay. This one is a plot twist. There is one actor within the series who found out at the film's premiere
Yeah.
in a shocking plot twist that he isn't actually in the series.
It's David Prowse. He thought
My
he spoke all the lines. The actor that played Darth Vader, he spoke all the lines, and he's actually a really good actor, like a classically trained actor and everything. But he spoke all the lines, and then went to the premiere, and James Earl Jones's voice came over, and he was actually kind of pissed about it, to be honest. Like,
Yeah. Can
but he
you
got
imagine?
over it. He
You're
got
at the
over it when the
premiere with all
royalties
your
started
people?
coming in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're like, well, David, that's not your voice. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. George, we did look at your
Oh,
photos
yeah.
with Star Wars.
Yes. Yeah. Impressive. Yeah. That's like,
Impressive. The whole thing.
All
Okay,
right,
I
what
have
else you
one more.
got?
Maybe the last. I know. Darn it. I was feeling pretty solid about these two. I have no idea on any of these. Hence why I'm not going to May the 4th. See, I'm proving my lack of Star Wars knowledge right here. Okay, this one is kind of ode to Emmy because of our cat hair issues. The design of the Wookiee species was inspired by what?
George Lucas's dog, whose name, by the way, is Indiana. Just like, which Indiana
was gonna be
Jones is
part-
named after.
That was going to be part B. Interestingly, Indiana was also the inspiration for another one of Lucas's characters.
Indiana Jones.
Fine, you win. You win it all.
What do I win?
I don't even have a prize for you.
Oh, jeez. Wait, no, I do have prizes. I have a plate of
Oh, yeah.
prizes here that you put.
Honey, I did
on the-
try hard. I know. I even baked him something special, a recipe that I'm going to share because I also feel like this cookie is delicious.
I mean, you can kind of
It's
see the shape.
Darth. Yeah, it's Darth by chocolate.
This one is a
Taste
little
it.
better. It's kind of,
Taste it.
oh,
It's like a brownie cookie. It's a dark chocolate, milk chocolate cookie with dark chocolate chunks.
that's really good.
It's like death by chocolate, but it's Darth by chocolate. Okay. Okay. Well done. Darn it. Darn
Right,
it.
we'll make that tech guy approved.
No.
I don't have a button set up, but there's a
no.
ding. There's a ding that goes along with that I had, but I don't have the button set up right now.
Julie, you need
Yeah.
a Wookiee cookie. I will share. Lisa, they are delicious. I will share the recipe tomorrow. Yeah, you could just make. You don't have to make them into. We happen to have. I did, Caitlin. I tried. What was I going to say? Oh, you could just make them into like a regular cookie. You don't have to cut them out into a Darth Vader shape to make them Darth by chocolate. But I think they are very fitting to bake for Thursday's event. Yes, Darth by chocolate.
Quick aside.
Actually, Tech Guy is cooking dinner tonight, Joseph.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has a recipe.
I am.
Yeah.
Quick aside, though, for those of you on YouTube tonight, if you get banned from the
Ooh.
feed,
We're banning
let me
people
know.
now?
Like message Ellie because, well, the wizards at Ecamm, it looks like there's been an update, and right where right next to where I click add to broadcast like this is the word ban, and it's a link. So just in case anybody crazy comes on, I can ban them. But I try not to click that. But just in case I do, just in case we have a tech malfunction, let me know. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, speaking of, you can call me either, Taylin. I have name issues, so I answer to both. I answer to everything. And Michelle, I love that you call your husband Elephant Man. I need a lot more information on that. So.
Oh wait,
Do tell
Taylin's
me
got
more.
a great idea. I like this.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
gonna turn the
Oh,
tables one of these times. Yeah.
okay. Okay. Do it. I
All
will
right.
probably bomb because I'll be like, what did I do in that book?
Yeah.
Um, all right. Well, well done. Well done, tech guy. You have proven your Star Wars loyalty to the next level. No exaggerations. um,
I got to keep up with the
okay.
kid, man.
You
I
really
got
do.
to keep
It's
up.
true.
Yeah.
It's true. I do have, since next week is going to
Go
be the
ahead.
big announcement that I cannot wait to share with you. This has been a long time in the works, a lot of hours, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but it's all, no, not really. It's super fun. I cannot wait to share it with you. We're finalizing the last of the last things. So save the date for next Tuesday, same time, same bat channel. That's for you, George. Be here. Bring a friend, bring all the things. It's going to be amazing. But since we weren't quite ready to share that tonight, which I thought we were going to, but it's okay. We have not one, but two cover reveals to share. Tech guy, which one are you doing first? I have no idea.
We're gonna go with the bake shop first.
Okay, Bake Shop. So we already know that Catch Me If You Candy is coming out at the end of August. This is the Halloween book. It's all the things Halloween. Super exciting. Bake Shop 18 will come out in early 2024, which is so bananas to think about. And this is the cover for that. Are you doing a drum roll or something? Or is it just, no, there it is. Perfect. There she is in all her glory, a smoking bun. Look at those smoking buns. Da, 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 da. There it is. Thank you. This one is set in the winter, as I'm sure you can probably surmise. Jules is taking everyone on a moonlight snowshoe tour around the rim of Mount Ashland, which is really a thing. You can do that in Mount A. It's probably hard to see close up, but if you look at the cover online, you can see it. The cover artist for Macmillan actually used Mount A's lodge, so you see that kind of in the background. So they're doing a moonlight snowshoe tour, and she's packed hot cocoa and ginger spice cookies and steaming beautiful buns. And then this other event is happening. Most of the book is going to take place between Ashland and Mount A, which is like, I don't know, like a 20 or 30-minute drive tops to get all the way to the summit and the lodge on Mount Ashland. Like Luke, Sky Guy had his graduation party there. It's super close. In fact, kids growing up in Ashland will take the ski bus. The ski bus picks you up after school in the plaza. So like right across the street from where I imagine Tort would sit. I still have cat hair. And you just ride the ski bus up, ski, take lessons, and come home at night. It's amazing. The other thing that really does happen every year on Mount Ashland is something called the downhill dummy, which again, I don't know if you can really see from the detail here on the live, but I will share the cover reveal tomorrow. You all get to see it first. Is the start of the downhill dummy. So teams build outrageous dummies. In fact, Tort, of course, is going to have one in this book. They build these amazing dummies out of anything you can imagine. You know, you could build it out of cardboard, you could build it out of pipes, you could build it out of Legos, it doesn't matter. You strap it to skis or a snowboard and you send it down the ski jump in hopes of not only getting the biggest error, but also the biggest crash. I will share videos because we have attended multiple times and it is just the most amazing thing to watch in person because crowds line both sides of the ski jump and team after team sends these ski dummies down the hill and everybody just cheers as loud as you can for the biggest crash. It's awesome. It's almost like what do they do in Boy Scouts? Is it derby races? Is that what it's called?
Pinewood Derby.
Luke was never really what is it?
Pinewood Derby.
Pinewood Derby. Yeah. So it's kind of like that concept, only on skis, and you want it to catch the biggest air and just like have this gorgeous carnage at the end. Yeah, so fun. It's just a total blast. And it's everything, so it's like high school and middle school teams and Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts and the brewery, like everyone gets involved. So Andy and Sterling and Steph and Bethany are in charge in this book of making the torch downhill dummy. And Jules has no idea what it's going to be until she shows up at the mountain. And then, of course, things go from there. Lily, you can learn a lot from a dummy. Maybe that should be the tagline. We still need a tagline for this book. That's awesome. Tell them thank you. Okay, yes. Yeah, so fun. I'm super excited about this one. This one will come out, like I said, in early 2024. This is book 18. And it has all of the usual suspects, of course. Lance is up on the mountain with OSF's own downhill dummy and Mom and the Professor. The whole crew will be there, all the baking, all the winter ski treats, everything you can imagine. Super excited for this one. Okay, and then much, much sooner than that will be the next... Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, here. Now I have the drum roll.
Yeah, okay. That's all good. A Brew to a Kill. This is a Sloane Krause mystery short. My goal, as I have talked about, is that in between the full-length Sloane novels, I will release novellas, although I think I'm going to release 2 this year. And then the plan is once I have 3 novellas, so shorts, these are all just like a little over 100 pages, that this will come out in ebook form in June 6th. Is that right? I got to look at my calendar. I'm pretty sure it's June 6th.
It is June
A Brew
6th.
to a Kill. Yeah. June 6th. So save the date for that Tuesday night, because we'll have a big fun release party with some giveaways and all the good stuff. So this one is going to take place in the spring. There is a beerish hiking influencer who is in the village to promote Nitro. This influencer goes to the top of local mountains and poses with a beer. He has a brew with a view is what his Instagram and like TikTok account is called. And then of course, nefarious things occur in the village and Sloane and Garrett are on the case. This one will have recipes. This will release only in ebook form because it's like 114 pages. My goal then is, because we have Hold On for Beer Life, which was the first novella, then this will be novella 2. And then I have a holiday novella that's going to come out later this year. After all 3 are finished, I will put them in a print collection and also publish a print version of all 3. I get so much email, which I love, like it's super sweet, but I get so many messages from readers who are like, I don't want to read in ebook form. Why are none of these in print form? Well, they're just too small. Like 100-page book is, the math doesn't work basically to print it. Like it would be way too expensive and it would be super thin. So the idea is once I have 3, then that will be the equivalent of like a full-length book. So that's where we're going. Yes, April will make sure that it is German chic, 100%, Michelle, like absolutely has to. But this is Leavenworth in the spring. So think Sound of Music, the hills are alive, like everything is blooming. Sloane and Garrett are excited because it's the opening weekend of the farmers market and they have just ventured into canning a few options of what they have on tap. And so they have this fortuitous bump in with not 1, but 2 outdoorsy influencers. And then, as you can probably tell from the cover, things sort of go awry from there. So I'm super excited about it. This one is up for pre-order, as is a smoking bun. So you can get your pre-orders in, or you can wait until they release, or all of the things. Yes, Sue, definitely I will do a print collection. I know it's such a bummer because everything otherwise comes out in print first. But in this case, yeah, it really doesn't work to do a short print novel. But I promise a collection of all three will be coming. And I think like what I'll do with that is probably add in like a little bonus content. But also then if you've already read the ebooks, you don't need to like get the print too, like you can pick your way. Kelly, don't you love that cover? Yes, I know. So fun. I love the cracked skull with the phone because I can totally imagine, an influencer posing at the top of the summit with their beer, and then who knows what's going to happen from there? I can't say. You'll just have to wait and read it. But there are recipes in this one too, which is so fun because in hardcover, I couldn't do recipes. So I'm super excited for that. Yeah. Phew. We covered a lot of ground tonight. It's been a little while. We had so much to get caught up on. Thanks, as always, for just being the most amazingly wonderful community that exists, honestly, on the internet. And save the date for real for next Tuesday. You do not want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. I'm just like over the moon to share what I have secretly been working on and what has really taken a village to work on. So yeah, done. Michelle, I'm so glad you like the recipes in Beer and Loathing. Yes, I love getting to share Sloane's recipes and Ursula's recipes and all the things. I will share, I promise, the Darth by Chocolate cookie recipe tomorrow as well. And just as a reminder, if you're feeling like a book rebel, any of these options would be great reads to check out this month. If you want more information on them, they're on my blog. You can go to elliealexander.co and then click on the blog link. And I wrote a blog post. I have links to all of the books. Yes, Rebel Readers Unite. Let's do this. And Tech Guy, come back.
I'm back.
We lost him.
No,
Happy May the 4th.
Thaness.
May the 4th be with you.
Thanks, everybody. It's going to be awesome. Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. We want some posts from the park.
Okay.
Do we not?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Will do.
Okay. Love it. All right, you all. Happy reading and see you next week.